Hello everybody, welcome to Ageless Rock. Today we are going to visit a magnificent megalithic temple in Bugisan village in central Java, and we are going to see this from another perspective. This temple is the second largest in Indonesia. This temple is called Sewu temple. The word for thousand in Malay is ribu, and in Javanese is iwu. This site feels like there are 1,000 temples and therefore is called Sewu temple, but actually it has only 249 temples. Sewu temple is only less than 2 hours from the world-famous Borobudur temple. Both are Mahayana Buddhist temples. This name has to do with the local legend of Rara Jonggrang or Roro Jonggrang, where the princess demanded 1,000 temples to be built in one night in order for Prince Bondowoso to marry her. The legend says it was built by demons. When it was rediscovered by Europeans, the local inhabitants regarded this site as demonic and dare not touch the stones. It was sacred and demonic at the same time, as far as locals of pre-Europeans are concerned. Demons or no demon, Indonesia is in the ring of fire, and Sewu temple is exposed to 3 volcanoes nearby. Hell breaks loose when magma spews from the belly of the earth. This temple is believed to have been built by Rakai Panangkaran at the end of 8th century. His Mahayana Buddhist temple is believed to have been completed by Raja Indra. Some scholars say it was probably completed by Rakai Pikatan. In reality, no one knows for sure. Even though Borobudur temple is the largest temple in Indonesia, the base is smaller than Sewu temple. In terms of area size, Sewu temple is much larger. The amount of stones stacked into magnificent structures are probably the same. Sewu temple layout looks like a square, but is actually rectangular in shape. At 185 meters by 165 meters, it is the largest in Prambanan. The temple faces 4 cardinal points. It is strange to me that for such an enormous project, the mainstream version of who built Sewu temple remains debatable. Sewu temple is well known to the local people and was probably called Manjushri temple in ancient times. Manjushri is a bodhisattva. Cornelius Anthony Lon was the first European granted permission to visit this ancient site. His detailed description in 1733 brought much fame to the European world. There are 4 entrances to Sewu temple, where 2 Dwarapala guards facing each other, and 8 ancillary temples, where 2 are in total ruin. Locals believe Dwarapala giants are the ones responsible for constructing the temple. There is an interesting astronomical fact about this temple. The temple is facing east and sun rises every morning facing the entrance at different angle. But it is special on October 12th and March 1st, where the sun will pass above the main temple. These 2 days are special because they are zenithal passages. It is an incredible astronomical knowledge which mainstream says ancient Javanese are highly knowledgeable in astronomy. Here is an interesting fact. From October 12 to December 21st are 71 days. From December 21st to March 1st are 71 days. These astronomical precisions built into a temple layout is not something primitive civilization would need. There are 72 Pewara temples surrounding the main temple. If this is not a coincidence, that means Sewu temple is a calendar with astronomical purpose. Here is another interesting fact. From June 21st to October 12th are 113 days. From March 1st to June 21st are 113 days. This astronomical precision cannot be a coincidence even if Javanese actually knows how to make polygonal stones from bedrock. There are 224 ancillary temples in total, and if you divide that in half, there are 112 on each side, We can debate till the cow comes home whether to accept the margin of error by one temple. But if you say the ancient Javanese built this, then the next logical question is why they need to know all this. This interesting research by Amelia Sparavigna proves that this is a very advanced knowledge. The local Javanese were not in possession of such knowledge. If they did possess this knowledge, NASA would have been working for Javanese today. To the east, there is a megalithic temple called Ghana Temple, and to the south, there is another megalithic temple called Bubra Temple. Damage in Malay is rosa, and in Javanese is rusa. Another word for rusa is bubra. When the locals call this temple Bubra, you know they don't know the original name. Today, we get to see the reconstructed megalithic temple completed in 2017. Since there is a south temple and an east temple, there must be a north temple and a west temple. I took my virtual car and drove virtually and found that Ghana Temple has suffered damages beyond recognition. It is not impressive for tourists, but if you are a megalithic fan, you might still want to drop by if you're in town. Guess what? I've managed to drive around virtually on Google Maps and found the North Temple in a bad shape. It is not even fenced off as an archaeological site. The locals say it is too sacred to do anything and it's best to leave it untouched. The North Temple cannot be seen from an aerial view. It looks like an ordinary garden area of a bungalow. I kept driving my virtual car to the west. I cannot find any remnants, but the most possible area to look for would be this area. It seems that the locals are not going to be very happy disturbing the spirits of the remnants. I will end here for now with 4 things for you to think about Sewu Temple. It has a layout like Chichen Itza in Mexico. It has significant timing of 71 days zenithal passages. It has 4 small temples and 4 cardinal points, and it has to do with solstice. All this made possible by astronomically highly advanced ancient Javanese. I wonder if NASA is hiring. Anyway, I will end here for now and continue in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this short presentation and see you in part 2 of Sewu Temple. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Sekian, terima kasih.